with planning our Wiggles and Giggles session, I've called it Plan 29 because I'm trying to keep a track of all these different session plans we've been making across the year. So this one is Plan 29, but it actually is the last one before Christmas. So it's got to be so festive, is the way I'm running with it. So we start with a medley of Christmas songs. Different songs to begin the lesson. So people come into the session and sort of put their prams away and get their things out and get a drink, whatever it might be. And there's always like quite a few songs at the start because that bit always takes longer than I expect. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs. So from December up to I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day, we've got all those songs to sort of welcome people in. And I usually need to keep refreshing the songs and like restarting them because we're still not quite ready or there are late arrivals and things. So from there we do so whilst they're doing that, there's always a sensory, like an invitation to play out on the mat. So tomorrow we've got the Christmas tree decorating, so like just a felt Christmas tree and some different decorations, like felt decorations that you stick on, are going to be around the room. Which they did last week as part of an activity, but this week they'll just do it sort of relaxed and in their own time. We'll then pack it away, and we've got our Hello and Good Morning song. Then we've got Rockabye Bear, which is a brilliant like opener, really happy song. Then we've got Frosty the Snowman, the Snowball Fight song, and Winter Wonderland actually, just after that, we've got We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which hasn't got a song for it. So that's just us singing together and doing actions. And then we've got those 3 songs I mentioned to support them as they open up the wicker box. It's always got like a different sensory prop in it. So tomorrow it will be snowballs, and they're going to explore the snowball, play with it, pass it, get a sense of how it feels. And then we'll do the snowball fight song. Will be sort of going one end of the room and throwing it to the other end, and then going to the other end of the room and throwing it to the other end, which I haven't done with this group before. There are some much younger children, so we'll just see how it goes. They don't always love like getting up and moving around the space, but tomorrow I did it last Christmas and I want to do it again tomorrow. I've been kind of saving it, so hopefully they'll be up for that. And then Winter Wonderland will be the backing track for our parachute with snowballs moment. So we'll just like explore those snowballs in 3 different ways really quickly. We've then got 5 Little Reindeers with actions, which leads us. So we start getting sort of like more active musically, and then we'll dance to Shake Your Sillies, which we do every single week. That's like a staple song for us. And then Walking, which we haven't done for ages, but I know this group loves, so it's a really nice way to sign off this year. And then we've got Ukulele in a Snowstorm, Little Robin Redbreast, the Mince Pie song, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Jingle Bell Rock, and Tidy Up, which will be the backing tracks for our play tray activity, which is oobleck, which is the corn, flour, and water mix with snowflake sequins, which will be quite a messy one. And also they'll probably be in that phase for quite a while, which is why there are so many songs. But usually I would have 3 songs as like a cap or a max for like each activity. But I'd rather have too many and then skip through them than too little. And then after that, we've actually got an invitation to Ali, who is the storyteller at Totten Creative Hub. She'll be coming in to read some books. So usually I'd have a book incorporated into the session plan, but she's going to do that tomorrow, I think dressed up in Christmas outfit, which is lovely. And then we'll go from there on to our relaxing with Bubbles, and like a relaxation song with Bubbles, which usually means they don't relax and they jump up and pop them, which is fine. And then we'll say our goodbye song and hand stickers out, and that will be the last session finished. I've got 2 songs here, instrumental songs, and that's just because sometimes our bubbles take a bit longer, or the vibe isn't quite right for one, and I want it to be like upbeat or rather than like a bit down. I'll see how we go. So it's 15 minutes worth of songs. So that's that bit done. So the next step is to go into the garage and get all the props out. I've already made a list on a piece of paper, so I'll take a photo of the lesson plan as well, just so you can see how we roll, really. But yeah, so this is the first bit. That's probably taken like a good 30 minutes at least to do all of those songs. But as a byproduct of doing the songs, I've kind of created the lesson plan. So that's like 2 in 1, and all I've got to do is pack the props now. So, and there aren't that many tomorrow. So yeah, that's that bit, and I will update next. Okay, so before I go into the garage, I always make myself a cup of drink to take in there, but that's usually because I'm planning the lesson at the same time, and it will take me a while, and I end up just sat in this like cold room. But today my lesson's planned, as I said, so this is just a cheeky little coffee because it's that time of the morning, and then we will go next door to do the props. Don't mind my very Christmassy dinosaur socks. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. So the stash is growing somewhat, but I have had a little rearrange and I've put some things on the wall, which is helpful. But we've got like leftover materials from different things that I'm now, like this is like green and red rice. So the only time I can really use that is like next Christmas again. So now I've just got to wait until next Christmas. We've got like reindeer food, so I need to take the hamper and the reindeer food. I've already taken out this bag, which is like our staple, like bubbles, lights, sensory stuff, like little screws for the Wiggles and Giggles sign that we have. I've already got the play tray out with the corn flour and the snowflakes ready to take into the kitchen. And then so down here we've got this is a spare pack of cups which we haven't opened yet, but we've got all of our snacks and drink stuff. So I might put that on there just to make sure we've got enough. And then in here we've got our toys, so we take those every week. So that's for after the session when they always have a little play. We don't need bells, but we do need parachutes. Don't need the sensory blanket. We do need our mat, so we always take that out. I say we, it's just me. I don't know why I say we. I think it makes me feel like I'm working as a team with somebody, but I am the team for Wiggles and Giggles prep. Lots of cotton wool which can be used for snow in there, but this time I'm using the snow balls which are here, and I only really get them out for Christmas, so it makes sense to use them as much as I can in December. Let me have a look at my little list. So I'll just try and show you all of the Christmas presents in my garage. So we've got Christmas tree. That's the Christmas tree we need to get out. So let's go get that out. So that's in here. And thankfully, there's stuff all over the back of it. I'm not sure what that is. Must have been from last week. I can't remember what we did. Something messy, I think. So it's that one, is the felt one that I was talking about. Let's have a look at the list again. So Rockabye Bear, 5 Little Reindeer. So anything underlined is what I have a prop for. So snowballs, parachute, oobleck, snowflakes, bubbles we've got. So really I just need to pack the car now, go and sort out the play tray, and then I always take loads of towels and flannels and wet wipes and things like that for messy play. So I'll make sure I put in a little list all the things that I'm likely to forget basically, and I always add coffee machine to it because I take our coffee machine with us on the road so that people can have hot drinks. I find that it works better than let me switch you around. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I don't know. No. I always find that like tea with like milk going off and things like that, and it's just fiddly, and pouring boiling water, I'm just not happy about that. But we do have the coffee machine, and then I just buy hot chocolate. So if people want to have a not a coffee, then they can have a hot chocolate. But the only problem is that if they can't have dairy, which has been the case for some people, then there's no drink for them other than water, which is just a bit rubbish. But because there's not much of a snacks and refreshments budget, I don't really want to start stocking juices and things like that. So yeah, anyway, I will go and pack the car now, and I'll show you it when it's done. Hello, I also just remembered that I'm going to have to provide some tools to help the children with the oobleck. So I thought I would come back and show you my drawer with my tools and things like that in. I don't really know what I'm going to find, what's going to be best to use, but we'll just get some bits out. So I can't turn it round, as I discovered, but I'll show you. So I think this is my tools drawer. It's like potluck every time I open up this drawer. Well, I open up any of my drawers really. No, so that's my sensory drawer. Oh, with little jingle jangle eggs going everywhere. Let's have a look where I put it. Not in there. I mean, it'd be much better if I had labels, but things need to move around. Here we go. So in here we've got like spades, like scrapers, sieves, whisks, but I got those out quite recently for the rice. So I wonder what else I can use. I mean, there's some construction stuff there, which is really good with oobleck apparently, but it's not supposed to be construction. It's supposed to be snowflakes and things and like snow. So I'm wondering what I can do instead. Maybe it is just about straining it through here and just like dragging it. I have got some toothbrushes. I wonder if they would be any good. So oobleck is this weird material that you can like whack and it's a solid, or you can like be gentle with it and it's a liquid. So I think I'll just go for those ones. I'm kind of struggling to get it all out of the drawer without having two hands. So I'll do that now, and then I'll put my sign in the car, and then we're done until I get it all out again tomorrow to set up. And that is a wrap on Wiggles and Giggles for 2025. So what's really exciting actually is that this morning I have found out that we have got funding from Dorset Council to run part of the project that we applied to deliver at the Barrington Centre. So that means, so it's £1,500, and we applied for 5,000, so it's obviously only a portion of the funding. But we've had more news that we have got 3k from the local alliance group, which we also applied for. I need to lift this with one hand. There we go. Which takes us almost up to 5k, so we can pretty much deliver a year's worth of Wiggles and Giggles and 3 sets of courses of the motherhood group, or the motherhood sessions, which we haven't actually started yet, at the Barrington Centre, which is really amazing. And then what is also great is that I think it's the local alliance group or a local councillor, I'm yet to sort of understand the dynamics of it, has requested that this is also rolled out, or that we apply for funding at the centre in Ferndown as well. So it's now about collaborating with that person that sort of leads that centre, and then looking at how we can expand into yet another venue. So that was totally unexpected, and I will now officially be recruiting for workshop leaders to deliver all of this, because I can't do it on my own. So what a marvellous way to end the year. We're all packed up. I mean, it does not look tidy. I feel like those blankets need folding and those toys need putting away, but I've run out of room, and also those paints probably need to go in that box. But that will happen. At the moment my children are eating biscuits in the kitchen, so I better go back and see how they're getting on. So thank you for watching the preparations for Wiggles and Giggles, and the sort of set up, set down, pack in the car, unpack, blah blah blah. I didn't do any video yesterday because we got absolutely drenched. It was the soggiest session I've delivered at Wiggles and Giggles, but we still had a really good turnout. It was honestly torrential rain and wind, so I just couldn't, I could barely walk through the puddles with the trolley, to be honest. So yeah, I didn't do much videoing yesterday, but yeah, you can see it's all been put back together, and we will kick off again in January on the 15th, I believe is the first one. All right, speak to you soon. Bye.